Welcome to LinguaWire English A2. Today, we have two stories. One about rising oil prices after a ship was taken by the US, and another about an important election result in Bulgaria. Please follow us to practice your English every day with the latest episode. For transcripts and comprehension quizzes, visit linguawire.com. I am here with Sarah, LinguaWire's world news correspondent. Sarah, can you tell us what happened with the oil prices today?
Yes, Daniel, oil prices went up a lot today. This happened after President Donald Trump said the U.S. took control of a ship from Iran. This ship was carrying goods and had the Iranian flag.
What is new now about this situation?
The new news is that the oil price rose by almost 5%. Brent crude oil reached $94.66 per barrel. Another type of oil, West Texas Intermediate, went up by 5.6% to $88.55 per barrel. This shows that the market is reacting strongly to the news.
Why did the U.S. take this ship?
The U.S. says it took the ship because Iran is closing the Strait of Hormuz again. This is a very important waterway for ships carrying oil. Iran said it will stop all commercial ships from passing there. The U.S. and Iran have been in conflict since February, and this is part of their ongoing problems.
Why does this matter for the world?
It matters because about 20% of the world's oil passes through the Strait of Hormuz. If this waterway is closed, it can stop oil from moving to many countries. This can make oil more expensive and cause problems for energy supplies worldwide.
What could happen next in this situation?
The situation could get worse if Iran keeps the strait closed. But there are talks planned in Pakistan between the U.S. and Iran. The U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance will lead the talks. Iran said it might not join the talks yet, so the future is not clear, but people hope for a peaceful solution.
Is there anything surprising or interesting about this story?
Yes, Daniel. The oil market is moving up and down a lot because of social media posts from the U.S. and Iran. An expert said the market reacts more to these posts than to the real situation on the ground. This shows how much social media can affect important markets today.
How long has this conflict been going on?
The conflict started in February when the U.S. and Israel attacked Iran. Since then, Iran has threatened to stop ships in the Strait of Hormuz. This has made the situation very tense for months.
Thank you, Sarah. That helps us understand why oil prices are rising now. Now I am with Adam, LinguaWire's European politics correspondent. Adam, what is the latest news from Bulgaria's election?
Hello, Daniel. The latest news is that Rumen Radev's party, Progressive Bulgaria, looks like it will win the election. With over 60% of votes counted, they have 45% of the votes. This means they will have more than half the seats in the parliament.
Why is this election result important?
It is important because this is the 8th election in 5 years in Bulgaria. The country has had many weak governments. Now Radev's party may have a strong majority, which can help make stable decisions.
Why did people vote for Radev's party this time?
People voted for Radev's party because they want change. The previous government tried to pass a budget that many people did not like. This caused big protests. Radev supported the protests and promised to fight corruption and build a stronger government.
What did Radev say after the election?
Radev said thank you to the people for their trust. He said people rejected old parties that were arrogant and dishonest. He promised to build a strong Bulgaria in a strong Europe. He also talked about the need for Europe to think carefully and act well.
What is interesting about Radev as a leader?
Radev is seen as a practical leader. He has some friendly ideas about Russia and has criticized some European Union sanctions. He does not support military help for Ukraine. He focuses more on Bulgaria's internal problems like corruption and government stability.
What could happen next in Bulgaria after this election?
If Radev's party has a strong majority, they can make new laws more easily. This could help Bulgaria have a more stable government, but some people are watching to see how he will work with other countries and handle big issues in Europe.
How many seats are there in the Bulgarian parliament?
There are 240 seats in total. Radev's party needs at least 132 seats for a majority. With 45% of the vote, they are likely to get this number.
Thank you, Adam. That gives us a clear picture of the election and its meaning. Let's look back at some useful words from the first story about oil prices. The theme is oil and shipping. First word, oil. Oil is a thick, dark liquid used for energy and fuel. In the story, oil prices went up because of problems with shipping. For example, cars need oil to run. Second word, ship. A ship is a big boat that carries goods or people on water. The US took control of an Iranian ship in the story. For example, the ship carries food across the sea. Third word, price. Price means how much money you pay for something. The story said, oil prices rose to 94.66 per barrel. For example, the price of bread is low today. Now, for our second part, let's learn the phrase, look set to. This phrase means something will probably happen soon. We use it when we think a result is clear but not final. In the second story, Rumen Radev's party looks set to win the election. This means it probably will win. You can say, it looks set to rain today, or she looks set to pass the test. This phrase is very useful when you want to talk about likely future events. Follow Lingua Wire for the latest daily episode and build your daily language habit with us.